Hello, today I have for you a Montblanc Meisterstück from my collection of fountain pens. This is a Montblanc Meisterstück 144, which was produced in 1980s and in the 90s. This is no longer in production. This beautiful fountain pen was available in two colors, burgundy and classic black Mont Blanc. It is made from precious resin, and it has this beautiful gold-plated metal fittings. This pen uses a simple filling mechanism. It has a cartridge. It's a cartridge filler. You can use international standard cartridges, both small. I use mine with two small cartridges, but you can also use the large international standard cartridge. You can see, and it fits good. But you can also use um, ink converters, and here I have two examples. So this type of converter, and practically you can use it like a traditional piston filling mechanism, and you can draw the ink directly from the bottle. Practically, this was the smallest pen in the Meisterstück line. It was a very thin model, very popular with the ladies, but also in the business setting, because this was a discrete pen in comparison with its larger brothers, the 146 and the big 149. The 144 model suffered over time some small modification. In this case, we have a first generation of Montblanc Meisterstück 144 from the beginning of the 80s. Some of its traits that separates this type of pen from other fountain pens, you can see on the gold-plated clip band that we have an imprint of Germany. Later pens from the late 80s had West Germany printed on them, W Germany, and some later models have um, imprinted on the clip band a serial number. Okay, this is the first clue. The second clue is this beautiful one-tone gold nib and this interesting feed. In time, there were approximately two variants of this nib, and more variants of this feed, which I will show you. This is the first generation feed. This is the second generation feed, and this is the last type of feed. So practically we have some clues that this pen is from the first generation of Montblanc Meisterstück 144. The first was the gold-plated clip and the imprint on the gold-plated clip. The second is this beautiful one-tone gold nib and this simple looking feed. And of course, another clue is this plastic part over here that was present on the first generation models. This was a weakness of this fountain pen, and it was later replaced with the brass part that offered more resistance, and it was more robust. This is a very beautiful fountain pen, but over time it had some small problems. There are practically two major design flaws with this fountain pen. I will talk about the first design flaw, and as you see, the cap is a simple friction fit, but it fits securely. You can see this click noise when we close the cap. This happens because of the contact between this gold-plated ring at situated between the nib and the grip. You can see it's a gold-plated ring, gold-plated element, and it stands out um, because it has a static role, but also a functioning role. That click sound happens because of the contact between this little part and a barrel, a white plastic barrel located in the cap. I will show you a picture of that element. Of course, this simple system closes this fountain pen very securely, but in time it developed some problems. Why? Because of the contact between this gold-plated part and the plastic part, and also because of the corrosive action of the ink in time, this particular ring is prone, let's say, to corrosion. You can even see small bits of corrosion even on my fountain pen. So this was one of the design problems, and the second design problem, which later was addressed by Montblanc, is this plastic part over here. This this plastic screw fitting element, which connects practically the barrel of the fountain pen with the grip and the nib part. This was part often broke if you've mishandled your fountain pen. If you bend it in some way, this is a very, very delicate part. So Montblanc replaced this part with a brass screw fitting on its later models. Here we have the writing sample with the Montblanc Meisterstück 144 This is the first generation type from 1980s. This is a medium nib. For my writing sample, I've used an international type cartridge made by Pelican. I hope you've enjoyed my small review and have a nice day.